What's up, you beautiful Redditors? Hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday. Welcome to the RNEWS evening show. And let's just jump into it. From r/politics, Joe Biden tests negative again for COVID-19, days after Trump is diagnosed. It's almost like preventative measures somehow lower the chances of catching this virus thing. Are you sure? Are you sure the right way to fight the virus isn't to get into a hermetically sealed vehicle with other people while infectious? Clearly the best way is thoughts, prayers, and absolutely no tests. If they didn't test Trump, he wouldn't have had COVID. Taps forehead. What a dumb thing to say. The tests don't give you COVID. China gives you COVID, and Trump got COVID at the debate with Biden. The only sane takeaway here is that Joe Biden is a Chinese spy. Where's his birth certificate? Big mask energy cool. Big mask energy face with mask. When that butthead said he wears the biggest mask I've ever seen, I was just trying to figure out how masks come in different sizes. Biden needs the magna rib for her pathogen. I mean, they do, but it's like two sizes. Adult, child, though. Maybe Trump had been looking at the child-sized ones and was surprised to see an adult-size mask. Trump was picking a mask according to the size of his hands. Looking much better that Trump didn't infect him at the debate. I was not ready for a timeline that dark. Have another few days before we're much more in the clear. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/politics, Donald Trump did not disclose a positive result from a rapid test for COVID-19 on Thursday. The newspaper also reported that Mr. Trump asked an advisor not to make public that they were positive for COVID-19. He told them not to tell anyone. He went to a freaking fundraising event. People's lives were endangered and he didn't give a single frick. Copy of my comment from earlier. What did the president know? And when did he know it? That's what brought Nixon down. Not the break-in, but the cover-up. Remember that, boys and girls. OMG, if we can repeat history of the congressional hearing, I'd lose my mind. Trump going down just like Nixon did would be the ultimate death of the GOP. Saying so makes me feel absolutely ancient. But they said the exact same thing with Nixon. It was supposed to be the death of the Republican Party. But evil things tend to live forever. Like alligators, sharks, and herpes. Sharks and alligators are actually quite awesome. They're not evil at all. At his own frickin' golf club, Trump seems to be hell-bent on making COVID into the Trump plague. The Orange Plague. Too bad Agent Orange is already taken. They both may cause defects. California has entered the chat. Yeah, it was pretty obvious after his Hannity interview. Lock him up. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/World News. Conservatives turn on Boris Johnson over handling of UK's COVID-19 crisis. He's a clown. Can't believe the UK voted for these buttholes. If he's a clown, what's Trump? Some sort of horrifying orange-tufted ultra-clone? Yes. Really, not Brexit, but this. That's because Brexit went to plan. Way too many people can't admit they were wrong. So after voting for Brexit they can't change their stance or their fragile egos will crumble. No one voted for COVID. So more people can think somewhat clearly about it. Yes, but for completely the wrong reasons as far as I've seen. They're angry that the lockdown was too much and an infringement on personal freedoms, rather than it being far too late and resulting in 50,000 deaths. I am shocked. Shocked, I say, that people are getting tired of the ruling class only looking after their own asses. Real people, neighbors and family are dying. The people are sick of it. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/World News. Coronavirus has infected maximum of 10% of world population, WHO expert warns. Okay, this is where we start dumping everything into making a cure plaguing style, right? It just got the US president survives virus event, so severity and cure priority took a huge hit. Not quite yet. Trump may go to the WH today, but he's still got a week or so before it becomes clear that survived. A lot of COVID patients improve before crashing around days 9 to 14. And anyone who has had steroids knows they can mask problems because you feel just so damn good while you're on the Man, I remember that time I had brain cancer, but then I took steroids to help me deal with my eating Issues pertaining to chemotherapy. I felt like a legend for a bit. Until I got off the steroids. Cancer is still cancer. I hope that means you have beaten it completely. If so, I'm happy for you. Thank you. I'm 3 years out, and while I'm still physically recovering from the nerve damage, at least I am recovering from the nerve damage. They make you feel good. Mine make me feel hungry and horny. Well, hello there, Smurf. I have a penis, lad, no need to simp. Usually people call them a boyfriend and not a penis lad, but to each their own. If that number is anywhere close to real, then India is vastly underestimating their level. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/news. Former HSU football player reportedly killed by police after intervening in domestic fight. Former MLB player Will Middlebrooks was friends with Price and tweeted about the incident. Twitter.com. He was a great person, according to those who knew him. I can't believe people are saying, if he didn't intervene in the fight he would have been alive. Doesn't matter if he was a bad person. Cops shouldn't be killing unarmed people. Edit. Just wanted to give a special thank you to all the big brain geniuses in the comments replying with specially tailored scenarios in which it's justifiable for a cop to shoot someone who's unarmed. Don't know what we do without you guys. You're 100% right, but I still wanted to pass along people's admiration for him. Never mind that the police shouldn't even be killing guilty people. That's not their job. The police seem to believe they are now judge, jury, and executioner. It spilled outside, and when officers responded, Price was the one they shot. I like how the article just accepts that someone was getting shot when the cops showed up. Is this how cops are trained? Roll onto a scene and just shoot the first black person they see? When will people learn that calling the cops always makes a situation worse? A cop is never your friend. A cop is never there to help. Cops should be shunned and avoided at all costs, especially if you aren't white. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/World News. Canada reintroduces bill to ban LGBT plus conversion therapy. You would think conversion therapy would already be illegal because it is literally abuse. Then again, we also to legalize gay marriage, so I guess some things just need to be written out. Edit. Conversion therapy isn't actually therapy. It is torturing a person so they associate the torture with their identity. Here's a good page that explains it. It was already illegal for licensed therapists and medical professionals, but was still legal for spiritual leaders under the veil of religious freedom. Abuse is abuse. I don't care if it was for religious reasons. We wouldn't let people start sacrificing people to the ancient Mayan gods, so why let people abuse others? And yet the Canadian Conservative Party has an issue with it, because it apparently promotes young transgenders. Thus, O'Toole is in fact Apple. And that's where we're going to end today's show. But if you like what you saw, leave a like, and if you want to see more of the RNEWS show, hit that subscribe button. As always, this has been the RNEWS show, and I'll see you tomorrow.